How you doing, folks? This is Rex at the Buckeyenest again, and I'm back out here at the Dayton VA, and I got a gentleman in front of me. He's an honor squad member. His name is Jimmy Smith, and pretty neat guy as far as I'm concerned, especially to take his own time now and come out here and perform a service for veterans. So, Jimmy, how did you hear about the honor squad team?
Well, the director of the National Cemetery, Mike Henshaw, came to our 3rd District, VFW 3rd District meeting, and he briefed that out of all of the veterans that were being buried here at the National Cemetery, less than 10% were receiving a rifle salute, and that's just totally unacceptable. That's the motivation for getting into the honor squad here, and so that he wanted to start an honor squad that is a Dayton National Cemetery honor squad, and in doing so, all of us who came in on the initial stage of it and had the initial training were the charter members of this group, and there's only one other group like this group in the United States currently, in Minnesota. And
Minnesota, you say?
And we're patterning our group after that group. And there were approximately, he said, 1,100 burials a year into the Dayton National Cemetery.
Wow.
And less than 10% of those were getting the firing squad. Since we started, which was Memorial Day, May the 31st, they had the initial ceremony, and the day following was the first burial, and so far we're at 100%. Every veteran that has been buried here has received the rifle salute, and every veteran, I feel, deserves to have that, and families expect it. When families come to the burial service and all they have is the folding of the flag and taps, they feel like something is missing.
Yeah.
And that something is the other part of the honor service, which is the rifle salute. And we're proud to be a part of this group. Out of my VFW post in Beaver Creek, there are 5 members of our post that came in as part of the charter group.
Very good. I'm a vet myself, Jim, and I want to salute you guys for what you're doing. If I had the time, I'd be here with you. But I think I'm doing a better job by doing this kind of stuff and getting the word out about you guys and what's going on.
Well, what they require of us is that we volunteer 1 day out of the week, and when we come in, however many burials are for that day, we stay for the entire day and we do the rifle salutes on all of those burials. And of course there are those that come in more than 1 day of the week, but I would encourage anybody that wants to get into this and participate in this worthwhile venture that they contact the Dayton National Cemetery office and volunteer to come in and help us, because we can always use more people. Sometimes we come up a little short because people have other things to do, but we go with what we have. We'll either do a 3, a 5, or a 7-man firing squad, depending on the number of people that we have available.
Yeah, because I know the original goal was to get a full 7-man team for every day of the week. A commitment for a 7-man team for every day of the week.
Yeah, so far we haven't been able to do that every day, every Monday through Friday, but we haven't missed doing one service.
Yeah, you just have to kind of scale back the number of people.
Well, you can fire with 3, 5, or 7. Or the legal.
So if you had 3,
squads.
if you had 3 members, you shot 7 times.
Well, no, we have 3. It's still 3 volleys. It's not a 20. That's a mistake most people make. It's not a 21 gun salute. It's a rifle salute with 3 volleys. Okay. Now, at one time it used to be 21, where you would have, and I believe dignitaries that are buried, it's still a full 21 shots that they make, but the regulation states a rifle salute of 3 volleys, and that's what we do, whether we've got 3 people 5 people or 7 people.
Did you, I'm gonna add a side note here, folks, because Jimmy here belongs to the VFW, am I correct?
Yes.
And the VFW donated all the money for the 4 Freedom Equestrian teams, brand new corral up here on the hill. They said.
And we also, are dressing up our uniforms a little better. We just authorized last night in our meeting to purchase the patches that we're going to be needing, the prisoner of war patches, POW patches, to go on the uniforms. And we're donating those as well. And also, as the chaplain for my post, I am also called upon here at the cemetery to do committal services when they do not have a minister or a chaplain available to it.
You know, you commented Memorial Day ceremony. Were you here for that day?
No, sir, I wasn't, because our post does 6 services on Memorial Day, and I'm on the honor guard. I am on the honor guard, and I'm the chaplain for the post, and our commitments have to come before the Dayton National Cemetery. But I can't be in 2 places at one time, though I'd like to have been here.
One of the gentlemen I interviewed on the team a few weeks ago, his name is Doug Blair. Do you know Doug?
Yes.
And what surprised me, I don't want to say it surprised me, it impressed me about him is, are you aware he has no military background at all?
Well, we do have a few members that have 0 military background, but you don't have to have a military background to participate in this squad. Unlike the VFW, you do have to be or have military experience in order to be on their honor squad. Yeah. We have, I think, right now, I believe there's 3 or 4 people on our honor squad that have no military experience, but they provide training. Yeah. They provide uniforms, they provide training, and it's a good group of people. We have a good time, and we feel good about being able to provide this service that has not been able to been given to vets before.
Yeah, I feel good about being able to support you guys in the fashion that I do. I've been up on the main campus many times and heard these rifles go off down here, and I know what they mean. And I often wonder if the people in the neighborhood around here knows what they mean, but we'll never know that answer, will we? But you thank you for your service. Thank you for your time, and thanks for volunteering, because you may be pulling those triggers for me someday. So let's pray you outlive me. So yeah. Oh, one more question. The last time I was out here, I think Ed told me that you guys had like 35 volunteers so far. Has that number changed to your knowledge?
It has. We've had a couple that have dropped out for various reasons. One of our members was a Vietnam vet, and he flew the observation aircraft, the little Cessna aircraft, was shot down and crashed into the bottom of a mountain, and the engine pinned him into the cockpit and crushed both of his knees. And although he wants to do this, he's found that he's just not physically able to, and has dropped out. And then there's been a few others that have dropped out because they haven't really had the time that they thought that they were going to have. And but no, we're a few less now. I don't think it's too many, more or less than 35. But you know, we welcome people into this group at any time, and the more the merrier, and the more we have, the less often, you know, some of us older guys are going to have to come out here. Yeah. Because it's kind of tough on us too, especially out in that hot sun. But they always do the military honors first, so we're kind of there at the beginning, and we get the job done, and then we're out while they finish up the service. So it's not like we're out in the weather for an extensive period of time.
Thank you for your time, Jimmy.
You're welcome.